PH, they've been in control of these turtles, but right now it is only a 700 gold lead built up.
Man, Beloyski, he's such a team player. He did not want to use his execute. He really wanted to get the kill.
Oh, wait a minute. Shark is going to get caught, and that's going to be him taken down right there. Times Revenge unable to connect as Zdarsky will be able to zone 4 members away. Kairi picking up the turtle the third time in this game.
It's good. It's so good. And awkward timing, yes, of course, that we wanted to see Onyx PH really start pushing, putting some gas onto this fire. But they've already started the ignition.
Oh, look at that. Beloyski needs to be careful. White Chicken able to get the stun. Tournament memory as well. He's still able to get out. But that is amazing from White Chicken. The fact that he is able to withstand this damage most probably is because of those items.
I love the fact that Onyx PH actually went into Shark and really punished him. That guy has been the problem for Onyx PH because when they want to go for the jump, Shark is always there for the counter initiation play. And they went and burst this Kufra. This means that Onyx PH will have a lot of priority onto this hero. But Kufra already has got the Athena shield perfect against Onyx PH.
Onyx PH, they might be looking for an engage here. Entropy being used by Mobazane, dealing some damage, but Beloyski will be able to bait away the Black Shoes. Beloyski's gonna get bursted down, but airstrike by Hatred picks up a kill on the other side. Mobazane 2 times already picked off in this game.
Wow. Really good flicker coming in from Hatred here. Beloyski with a good read. Most importantly, understanding he will die, but he will bait out this fight. Nicely done by Onyx PH.
It's always the alley-oop coming up from Beloyski. Not scared of dying. All he has to do is to deal the damage, and eventually Hatred will force that. Because BTK, the way that they're saving their teammates is that they group up together. And it makes total sense for this Pharsa to just use and pop that ultimate. And eventually Onyx PH will go for the cleanup. This time, Hatred is on the mark, especially with that flicker play.
Right now, as it seems, Onyx PH building up that 2,000 gold lead, and the Kimi is scaling very, very well. Let's see Shark going in, Tyrant's Rage, unable to connect. It is going to be them going for the re-engage for the airstrike that locks Shark down right now. Zdarsky dives the back line. Beloyski picks up the kill. Mobazane has nowhere to go! Marky gets another, and Mobazane will die for the 3rd time in this game. BTK looking for something though. Tournament memory almost taking Marky down now. Victor going in onto the backside. Let's see if he can do anything. He's going to get stunned up. Onyx Philippines with the amazing front to back will be able to win it out. Zia popping in Black Shoes as White Chicken. Kairi, look at him! What the heck was that? Kairi and Hatred, the dynamic duo, getting it done 4-0.
Oh my god. Hatred,
man.
If he doesn't get MVP, I'm going to be very upset. He is making everything happen. Let's look at this replay one more time and just break it down, because overall, this fight is all about being able to peel. Hatred is able to get the stun at the right moment, and it helps that Marky first item Ice Queen's one and
look at Kairi.
His lane.
Okay. Where you go, you shall not pass, says Kairi. And Hatred just the icing on the top. Everybody is on point from Onyx PH. I think that they really turned it up. And the fact that they're coordinating all their skills, that might be the Onyx magic that we're looking for. Hatred with the stuns, really stopping Victor from his tracks. And that wasn't the only time he did that stun. He actually stunned Mobazane so that Zdarsky will be able to catch up. And boy, Onyx PH eventually gets the snowball. 5,000 gold lead for themselves now.
That really felt like a video game, man. BTK, they were about to lose, already losing, backing away. Then the final boss appears out of nowhere, catching him, literally just standing there too. Look at Kairi opening up the map with that jab. It's just gonna be so good for them. This map pressure is so good for Onyx Philippines. Look at how they're able to control the map, and Shark, he's unable to do anything here because of that vision.
I mean, it's fine for now. BTK understand if they have one turnaround fight, the gold evens out and it goes back to a neutral state. But for Onyx PH, they just need to manage their ways, and look at how they're doing it.
This Natalia coming out from Beloyski is starting to be a lot of problem for BTK, and maybe for the next teams that will face Onyx PH, or maybe the next few games, because this has been a championship hero for Beloyski.
Oh, for the airstrike, almost taking him down, as that's going to be BTK forced to back away from their tier 2. Lord marching down again here in that top side. It is going to be Kairi and Beloyski trying to do the same onto the mid and the bottom side. Beloyski on that Natalia will pick up the tier 2 in the bottom side, building up to a 6.5 6.7 now, 1,000 gold lead.
I'm so curious what Hatred's items is right now. I just saw him get the Winter Truncheon. I'm not sure if it's third or second, but look at that damage. I'm guessing it's probably his third.
Oh my god, beautiful movements and beautiful poke. As Baloyski is going to dive onto Mobazane, that's a little bit too aggressive. He's going to get picked up, but it's all going to be worth it. It bought so much time for Onyx. The banana split coming in. What time is it? It's Onyx time.
Oh my goodness, how beautiful that was that. I mean, Baloyski didn't even get the kill, but they still got a push.
Oh my god, look at the engage coming from Shark. Able to get Galarski there, but it's going to be Hatred popping in for the airstrike. Now Fire Chicken jumping in with a torn apart memory. The Winter's Truncheon saves him once more as they're going to go for the turn. Zia popping in Black Shoes, still able to run away for now, but it's Marky chasing him down, taking him down. Killing spree picked up as that is a 2-4-0. The fact of the matter is BTK, they are unable to get even a single kill on the board.
It's the timing. It's the item power spikes coming in from Onyx PH. The situational items are really getting a lot of value to help them press their lead.
I agree with that because of the fact that Winter Truncheon really bought so much time, and BTK, they were so into taking down Hatred, and they're really just so focused in that. They're tunneling into that vision of trying to shut down Hatred. Even with a jump coming out from Victor, wasn't able to stop Hatred from popping the ultimate. In fact, Hatred stayed in front of Victor for quite a long time before popping that Winter Truncheon in the most perfect moment where BTK was already so overcommitted.
At this point, you can call him the Winter King, man, because that is the plays that he's able to do in the world stage constantly against RRQ and now against BTK. Onyx pushing the pace with the 7,000 gold lead, manipulating those waves, waiting for the Lord.
Still, if you're looking at BTK, still have to look at their scaling. For Onyx PH, it's true that their split push has been doing well. They have been getting this macro lead and they have been snowballing, but you'd never ever have to underestimate the scaling of both the Nathan as well as the Brody. They still will be stronger when the gold is even. Maybe around the 20-minute mark when everything is just equalized. BTK, as long as they hang on to their base, this is still winnable for them.
I mean, this is going to be nerve-wracking, especially for Fly Chicken. He went to opt to build very defensively, getting too early defensive item components in the Juggernaut armor, making sure that he could survive. But he's only got a Blade of Despair right now, and he needs way more damage. He understands that he's going to get an item power spike later on. They just need to survive through this onslaught.
Oh man, that feather airstrike. Oh my god! They keep doing this. Baloyski, his positioning is immaculate. The brilliant display of the banana split once again for Onyx.
Team has
My
slain
god,
the
the coordination between Hatred and Baloyski has been phenomenal. For the longest time, Onyx PH has been playing with Baloyski in the mid lane role, but this time Hatred shining with his mages.
Oh my god, for the airstrike, able to take Free Chicken so low, but Baloyski! What is this? He keeps getting the kills. Kyrie jumping to the backside, able to zone Victor and Shark away from the turrets, but that is all they need, man. Just one by one, taking it, and now the Lord, Enhanced Lord spawns.
Yeah, oh my goodness. They're pressing their advantage, and most importantly, we see the numbers 15-5, 10k gold lead, 14 minutes into the game. In situations like this, they've got about 3 minutes to survive for BTK, but it's checkmate.
Baloyski is the name of the game. He's going to go back in. Victor's going to be chased, and the Shark man will try to go for more, but he's going to get taken down, boxed away. Look at Victor. He's trying to save the game, but the base will simply be targeted, and Onyx PH will reign supreme in game 1.
Oh my goodness, Baloyski to Hatred. That's an alley-oop once again. So many times it happened in this game. And look at the face of the guy. Game face on. Hatred is angry and he's not gonna stop. Look at the confidence from these guys. Snowballing through. The multitasking from Onyx PH is a treat to watch. You see them just trying to get a kill, also while taking the Lord, also while split pushing. Man, the split push is real.
It really is. It was a very clean game, and once again, checkmate coming in from Onyx. Once they started progressing their lead, the moment they hit 5, they understood they had a good situational item to bait out that fight. That's when they put the final nail in the coffin. Well done for Onyx, Onyx Philippines. It's just, what else can you really say about that?
Wow. What I can say is you need to ban away the Natalia. You can kind of say, this was exactly what you said in the draft. Ban the Natalia. The Rafaela was not a threat to their composition. This Natalia is huge, considering that they have 2 marksmen. Very easy. But look at that, the Filipinos. Let's go, man. They are proud. They are supporting. It's, what time is it? It's Onyx time. There you go, man. But you can see the crowd, the players are happy. BTK will need to go back to the drawing board, and it's time for Leo and LaFell to break it down.
Break it down, we will. Thank you so much to the boys at the desk, Miracle Wolf and Gideon Q. At your service, my name is Leo, joined here by LaFell, and for the first time in a while, BTK has been put on their behind.
Ah, that was so satisfying. Anyways, that game just now, the thing about the draft coming in from the Onyx Philippines is that they're not trying to draft against a player or the hero itself. They're actually drafting to fight against the playstyle coming in from the side of BTK. And this is what we've been seeing in M3, where people have adapted, seeing enough of the team, knowing their playstyle. You just draft to fight against their playstyle, and it really doesn't matter what kind of hero that they bring into the game.
Yep, again, the casters already mentioned before they threw over, there were some key and finesse decisions that these two teams made towards the end of the draft that kind of opened up the whole game itself. And in 15 minutes, Onyx Philippines put BTK in such a position wherein they had to reconsider what their priorities were. Ladies and gentlemen, that was honestly a dazzling performance. And you know what else dazzles? That's the Razer Hammer True Wireless earbuds. They are a cutting-edge earbuds designed to dominate the sound stage. Designed to dazzle in a blaze of RGB glory, the Hammerhead is decked out with active noise cancelling and a 60 ms low latency gaming mode for an audio experience like never seen before. Head on over to Razer.com to learn more. It seems like Onyx Philippines really learned from what happened to the other teams that lay in rest behind BTK's path of destruction.
Yeah, because we have to look that the side of BTK, they have played a lot of games. Again, we remember that they fought against Blacklist and it went all 5 games. So there is a lot that you can research based on how they play. And I feel like what they came up with is that in terms of the bans, you really should not be focusing on Mobazane. Instead, try to figure out a way to fight against this kind of playstyle. And again, from the side of BTK, the way that they like to play is heavily protect the backline, which is coming in from White Chicken as well as Mobazane. White Chicken is always destructive on that Matrix, so it's a good ban to really take that hero out. And Mobazane really just give him anything, he will be in the backline. So having a Pharsa that is the natural counter to a marksman, Yuzong, natural counter to a marksman, Natalia, she is an assassin, marksman mages will go down, and Kyrie on this Paquito, being very front heavy, it's gonna be very, very difficult to take him down, and he will deal a lot more damage to you.
Yep, you forgot to mention our boy Marky on the Kimi, which in several team fights showed that even if he did dash forward, and even if he has already expended his maximum charge to try and clear out whatever's in front of him, it's that Ice Queen one that's so key. And as well, that Genius one that's making even the likes of Shark and Victor regret kind of diving in. And again, that's one of the few key tricks that BTK have up their sleeve. They're also very eager to dive, even with a lineup that has a core, has a jungler like Nathan on the Mobazane. And again, Onyx is one of those few teams that actually just opened up the lane.
Yeah, I like your mentioning of the itemization coming in from the Kimi again, really pushing Hatred forward. I gotta say, I feel super satisfied when he opens his Feather Airstrike and he flickers forward. It's like, yeah, I'm getting this kill. And look at that damage, 50,000 damage coming in from the side of Hatred, Marquee 38,000. From the side of BTK, White Chicken was able to do a lot of damage with 27,000. And again, Brody is just one of those heroes where in case it is a bad situation, just panic, use the ult, you will find damage, you will find kills somewhere.
But the thing about the Brody here is he kind of panics given the banana split approach, right? Like, how do you put stacks when you don't know where people are coming from? I'm talking about Baloyski, Kyrie, and Delarski. So yeah, you know where the radius of the Feather Airstrike is, but given the situation, you might be dead as soon as you pop that ult. Looking as well at the sandbag here, this is Shark taking 65k damage. I think Onyx PH overloaded the Kufra.
Yeah, again, Shark played actually very well this game. He made a lot of game-changing engages, but again, it just became a situation where even if he is able to engage or counter-engage, where's the damage going to be? The moment they want to deal the damage, suddenly the Feather Airstrike is open, suddenly Natalia is behind you and you can't do anything. And right now, let's look at the MVP of this game coming in from the side of Onyx Philippines. It's going to be Hatred on that Pharsa 505 match KDA. 59% kill participation. I can hear the crowd. They're loving this guy. I love how aggressive he is on his far side.
What a journeyman J-Lord here is. 5-0-5, not conceding a single kill. And mind you, you mentioned already, it's the flicker.
Yeah.
It's not the purify. He understands the perimeter that his teammates can put up. That's why he's all the more aggressive. He's like, okay, feathered airstrike, flicker on forward because of how he wants to counter the dive that BTK has. Again, you face fire with fire, aggression with aggression, and you get this result.
Yeah, again, not Purify, not Flame Shot, because he knows with the composition that they have, with the draft that they have, they do not have to go backwards, they just have to go forwards. They have to make sure that they get the kills. As long as one was in and White Chicken is out of the picture, then the game is theirs. Anything that they do is going to be a positive return for the side of Onyx Philippines.
Yeah, mind you, Hatred has spent some time in the jungle, so he knows his mechanics, he knows how to juggle. That's why he also picked up the Winter Truncheon. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been a breakdown of game number 1 in this best of 5. Onyx Philippines in the lead by 1 over BTK. Let's see what game 2 brings on behalf of LaFell. My name is Leo Sorod. Back to the desk. Number 1 in this best of 5. Onyx Philippines in the lead by 1.
Thank you, Leo and LaFell, for the stellar analyst of game number 1. That was very, very good. But honestly, now we need to take a look at the side of BTK. What can they do to recover? Welcome back to the caster desk. It is Mirko here on the table with Gideon Q and Wolf.
For me, BTK, they still have to just stick to their guns. I think that they went overly greedy because when we see, BTK win, they kind of snowball the Todak way, the Todak Langa way of approaching the game. This time they went for double scaling course, which in a way it works, right? But against a team like Onyx Philippines who likes to macro their way out of the things, they look to be struggling.
I mean, I wouldn't say it would be struggling. It came to a point where, Onyx did get under their skins, and I think they cracked them open at the right time. If they had an extra 2 to 3 minutes, I think the game would definitely look more BTK favorite overall, and Natalia would somehow have to figure out to one-shot one of the big carries of the team. However, coming in towards this draft, having a little bit of a think about it, 50-50 on either side, but I do think Natalia needed to go there.
Yeah, I feel like they very heavily underestimated the damage coming in from the Pharsa and the Natalia because, again, it felt like they went for the Rafaela ban, the Selena ban. Sure, Selena was good, but the Rafaela, that is where I need to draw the line. I feel like that, again, doesn't do anything in their composition, doesn't help any of the Onyx members as well. Sure, added mobility, but what they want right here is kill pressure towards the double marksman that BTK have drafted.
Well, I think a lot of it has to do is just making sure they need to deal with this Pharsa some way, somehow. And I think Kufra isn't too bad at the end of the day, but if Kufra goes in, then my guess is that they're thinking, okay, Holy Baptism comes on through, maybe they can get an initial pick with a Flicker Holy Baptism, or if we want to be aggressive, Holy Baptism is going to shut us down, then Hatred is going to have a free time with this Feathered Airstrike. That's where I think BTK has had their mindset on the draft.
That's also why I felt that the Grok will be a better pick because of the fact that it amplifies the farming for Nathan. It's a good babysitter when it comes to jungling and laning. At the same time, the Guardian's Barrier is an instant cancel to that Pharsa Feathered Airstrike, also with the Wild Charge.
Well, I suppose, but then that's where Kufra does a little bit of a better job when the bouncing ball does happen. At least you can protect yourself from Kyrie on that Paquito.
Yeah, we saw actually Shark. I mean, it's not about the pick, it's not about the player, because Shark was actually very good at this, and so many times in the first few minutes of the game, his bouncing ball actually stopped Baloyski from doing his job. It's just that in the end, when Baloyski gets his item, and they found the rhythm that they're looking for when it comes to split pushing the map, that Baloyski had a great time. I think if there's any hero that can spell split pushing for Onyx Cage, that is the Natalia. And mind you, this is a Baloyski special. He won a championship with it and a couple other local championships in the Philippines apart from his MPL Season 5 championship.
Another mistake I feel like for the side of BTK is not securing that Yuzong for themselves. They went for the Esmeralda pick, which is okay. It does well, but I feel like the Yuzong would have been much better than that composition. As you can see, the Pharsa getting the free hits constantly was a huge factor to why they lost that game.
Well, I do think that Victor is extremely comfortable on this Esmeralda, and to a degree, Esmeralda was doing a very good job holding Yuzong in lane. Every single time Yuzong is able to get out of the lane, it's going to be a free push, and basically you have like the same concept as the Uranus. You're going to be proxying the waves, you're going to be making sure that you are stealing gold across the map while big plays are happening on the other side.
Yeah. Well, if anything, it's one of the favorite heroes for BTK, so I think it's not just about the draft, about this Esmeralda, it's really about their comfort, and well, what do you know? It's the Sabans.
Well,
in
you
the
know,
same opening.
there is a difference. There is the Paquito
Yeah.
ban coming in,
Well,
and Justin backstage, he predicted this, the
yeah.
Paquito ban, but this leaves the Ling opened up, all right? BTK going with the same composition, but picking up the Lolita. Now, tell me that's that one more time, 100% for Shark. This guy has just been insane on this hero with Onyx Philippines. They have the chance to pick up the Ling. Do they want to go up against a Lolita though?
We'll see. I want to say that Lolita, even when it's 100%, it's picked 5 times. It's not a one-off thing. Oh, there you go. He's happy. He's cracked out. Mirko standing right now. He knows what the Kyrie Ling is all about. And hey, come on, Natalia.
Okay.
Okay.
They got the big gun.
3 signature heroes.
Okay.
Nothing to be happy about.
I think this is really interesting.
Okay, let's go.
Let's talk about signature heroes because everything has been picked up here, Gideon.
Yeah, it's all signature heroes coming in from BTK. I was about to talk about that. The Paquito ban really starts to open things up for their supports, but they locked in the support so early on, and now banning out the Yu Zhong to make sure that they can't instantly run in towards the backline and buy that little bit of space for Hatred. Good ban so far. Great adaptation.
100% still. Also, by the way, for the Roger, 3 out of 3. So, this is
The excitement in your voice right now. Everyone can hear it. Everyone is excited here. Again, the Roger. I feel like the Roger is going to be such a much better pick than compared to a Natan because again, BTK in M3. So let's just scratch the NA qualifiers right now because we're in M3. In M3, it's all about that early game for BTK. If they're able to actually withstand and use it to snowball, they will be able to dominate. But if they scale too long, they get punished actually in most of their games. Most notably in the game against Eagles SG and the Blacklist game that they lost, now against Onyx.
Well, let's also keep in mind here that right now Fried Chicken is getting pinched on his own hero pool. We are seeing that they want Onyx. He's very happy if they get onto something like the Brody. They can handle the Brody. And I think even Fried Chicken can understand that, yes, if I go on Brody, I might have a little bit of trouble. He needed that extra layer of safety with iframes coming in from Lunox, but Onyx, they just shut them down each and every time.
This is a great ban coming out from Onyx PH because the Lolita plus the Esmeralda and Roger is always backed up with this Lilian. They've used it before. They won against Blacklist and Evo Legends with that composition. That's why this is a great ban from Onyx. Now BTK, they always pick up the Brody to go with this draft. So I will not be surprised if that's going to be the choice. But I think they will pick it last so that at least they will have an answer. That's the Kagura picked up by BTK. So Onyx, how do you answer now?
For their answer, okay, just go pick up the Cho here for that XP lane, I'm guessing, and now for the gold laner, who do you want? They need some front line, honestly. They need some tanky members, or maybe not. Maybe they're just gonna go in, glue. All right.
It's going to be a Golden Farsa this time. They want to shut down whatever, bro. If it's the Brody or anything, you want to shut it down.
That is not good. If it is, yep, it is the Golden Farsa. Aldous will not have a fun time in that lane whatsoever.
Wow, okay, very interesting. I mean, Coach Jeff has really been thinking about these options. In the Aldous, we don't see it too much coming in from BTK, but now that this is the situation we have to deal with here, regardless, even if they do decide to do a cheeky lane swap to be like, hey, let's throw Aldous straight into the EXP lane, go up against that glue for a little bit, I think that might open things up, but for how long, I'm not entirely sure.
Well, let's take a look at both of these drafts here, Wolf. I want to see your predictions. I want to see who you think is better.
I always feel that farming kind of heroes, specifically the Aldous, will not have a good time against the Natalia. And this was not the first time that Natalia was picked up against the Aldous. Onyx already won against RQ's Aldous.
Yes.
It really makes it so difficult to farm with this Natalia pick. And that tech pick glue coming out from Onyx PH just makes total sense here. He's gonna control maybe the Roger or this glue, and then eventually there's nothing that they can do when it comes to the team fights. I'm scared for BTK, but they do have good scaling.
Well, let's see. It's all going to come down to execution. Game number 2 into the land of Dawn. Ladies and gentlemen, Onyx and BTK taking it up once more as Fried Chicken has just been zoned completely. Look at how Marky's playing this. So annoying, but Natalia are they going to look for a dive? Boloyski is going to go in. Execute is ready. They might do it. They are taking it up. Oh, Hatred, he's coming in with a flicker as well. It's going to be the first blood go into the hands of Onyx PH. PH, but that was 2 battle spells used. Honestly, not gonna matter much because it is on a very short cooldown.
Yeah, but most importantly, I think Marky just played that level 1 extremely well. Did he steal it?
Yes.
No.
Did
What?
he?
did.
He
Yeah,
did.
he's
He
level 3
did.
to level 2.
Oh my god, Beloyski once again. Like you mentioned, RRQ, they did the same thing, bringing the Aldous up in the Natalia game, and it's not looking good for White Chicken right now. Bullied under the turrets.
So difficult. They only denied 1 gold siege minion though, so at least White Chicken will have something going on, but that death is very crucial. And Onyx PH are going to be playing so aggressively with this Natalia as well as this Hatred. You know, the assassin type of Cho that we can see from Hatred.
Oh, but Hatred though, going very aggressively onto Zia. Shark going with the stun. It is going to be both of the mid leaders fading away. Kyrie now and Mobazane going in. The Tempest Blaze is still ready, up and ready, going in. Able to dodge away. Defiant Sword all the way to the back line. It's going to keep on jump in, but it's going to be Hatred going in for the G Kundo. Unable to connect. Shark will be able to disengage for Mobazane. Good peel for BTK.
Very good defense overall. Beloyski even using his execute, they were not able to secure it. And now Turtle is going to be up with 1 important battle spell down, and I don't think they have enough time. Hatred still has about 36 more seconds until his flicker comes back up if he wants to make a sick play.
The fact is, though, Onyx PH shut down the initial rotation from Mobazane. He really loves to go from the orange buff into the camera, into the opposing scaled lizard. That has been his standard rotation when it comes to jungling, and Onyx PH really stopped him in his tracks, which means that Kyrie will have a level ahead of this turtle fight.
I like how Dlarsky is playing this. Again, he's just coming in, taking the turtle aggro and resetting it for the team so that BTK can't have pressure on it. And now, look at the upside. Kyrie jumping with the Defiant Sword, forcing that flicker from White Chicken. And that is all, man. BTK trying to look for a trade on the other side of the map, though. Let's see how this goes. Dlarsky is still there. No follow-up. It's just him. He's going to let it go. BTK picking up the first turtle of the game. Passion made possible by the Singapore Tourism Board.
That's so smart coming in for Onyx PH. Dlarsky walks up in towards the turtle side, pulls aggro to himself. The moment he sees Shark, the rest of Onyx immediately jump on Aldius.
Yeah, BTK, they're looking for a collapse here. Kyrie needs to be careful. Stun comes in. Zia goes in for the Yang overturn. It's going to be instantly dodged away by the Tempest Blaze now. Kyrie still will be able to run. Beloyski is going to be caught up. Mobazane dealing some damage. It is going to all connect. Let's see if he can get away. Yes, the answer will just be answered instantly.
Okay, so in Onyx PH, interesting trade for them. Instead of taking the turret exchange for the turtle, they actually went for jungle creeps in exchange for the turtle. That's why Kyrie is at 1.9k while Mobazane is just 1.7k. So they kind of get a lead, but they want to really focus on White Chicken this time.
Yeah, it's going to be really hard for White Chicken, especially if Onyx PH decides to freeze this way. But no, they understand that BTK are looking for a dive. They won't be looking for a greedy play for now. Onyx PH still on top with 1,000.
Speaking of which, the buffs are going to be coming back in a little bit here with 55 seconds on that turtle clock. So far, I think Onyx has been doing a really good job punishing White Chicken and not only utilizing their 4 members, but also Dlarsky to kind of pull aggro to himself, and also as a overall scout for the team. The most important person you need to keep in mind for the side of Onyx PH is going to be Shark. The moment Shark appears on the map, Onyx PH will make the move.
Love the fact that Onyx PH is actually respecting BTK so much to the point where even when they're leading by a lot in the early stages, they already have shut down Mobazane. They didn't really run through, and they're respecting the strength of BTK in the early stages because of the fact that this is still a Roger. The Kagura still can take down heroes in combination with a Lolita. That still is a lot of kill threat on the side of BTK, regardless of the farm.
8 seconds left until the second turtle of the game will spawn in this game, and it is going to be the contest, most probably for both of the teams. This is going to be a crucial team fight here. Let's see. Beloyski, he's looking for the steal. Let's see if he can do this. Mobazane already on it. Hatred going in. G Kundo in the way. Dragon! Look at the chain right there. As Mobazane gets picked off. What was that? Onyx Philippines so clean with this. But on the other side, Kyrie will be able to pick up the turtle. Go in another Victor. Tempest Blaze has been used. Defiant Sword back and forth. Victor trying his desperate way to run away, but it's going to be Kyrie using the mobility of this hero to come in clutch. Dlarsky brings Victor back, and that's going to be Kyrie going in. Hatred picks up the kill.
So clean, so very clean coming in from Onyx PH, layering their CC perfectly, calling good rotation, and now even a punish lot of fried chicken.
Oh, this is going to be so disgusting, but Mobazane has come through. Fried Chicken going in after Beloyski. It's going to be the Airstrike able to get some damage on the way. Fried Chicken dies, but on for a trade. Mobazane gets 1 for 1. Going in after Beloyski. It's going to be the Airstrike able to get some damage on the way. Fried Chicken dies, but on for a trade. Mobazane gets 1 for 1. Fried Chicken dies, but on for a trade. Mobazane gets 1 for 1. Fried Chicken dies, but on for a trade. Mobazane gets 1 for 1.
Actually almost 2K below Hatred.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, this is so disgusting. Yeah, Fried Chicken, he reads it. He sees the freeze up on that top side and now wants to punish below it. Oh no, is he gonna commit? No, he's not gonna commit. That's good decision making overall. But here's the thing, with Roger and as well as the Aldous, there's a lot of comebackability into this game.
I agree.
For Mobazane, as long as they're below 50% HP, they are within his kill range. For Fried Chicken, if he gets enough stacks, then it should be no problem. Will he one-shot someone? Probably not. He probably will need 2 punches, but that's when Mobazane needs to come in for the cleanup.
Oh, Fried Chicken needs to be careful. It's going to be Beloyski jumping in, and that's going to be the kill picked up once again. Executed in under the turret. Mobazane now taking a half HP, more than half actually, as they will just use the conceal defensively, but they might be looking for the pick. No, it is the banana split this time, not just 2 lanes, 3 lanes.
Turret has been destroyed.
In a snap, they get a turret up top, they get the inhibitor down bottom to 50% HP, and now Marky has got the Holy Crystal that is gonna hit hard on Beloyski. I hope that we get to see like how much of the dire hate has already been procced by Beloyski, but you can imagine that because of that change to the roam boots, you now have a legitimate threat as this Natalia is one-shotting people even in the late game.
Let's see, Dolarski is just being such a nuisance.
Legitimate threat as this Natalia is one-shotting people even in the late game.
Let's see, Lorsky, it's just the distraction is all that matters here. BTK distracted the top side. Lord will be taken, and that is going to be Onyx PH pushing their lead up until a 7.5 thousand gold lead.
This is starting to get close to checkmate here. They've already got check on BTK. If they can crack open an inhibitor, it's going to be a significant advantage. But BTK, they know how to staunch their bleeding now. They didn't make the same mistakes as the last time, and now are being a lot more cautious about their moves.
Vision, my goodness. Onyx PH just has got the superior vision right now against BTK. And BTK, if you're looking at just their heroes, they're grouping up together, and this is the only thing that they can do. Maybe they can get a punish though.
Kyrie, that's a mistake right there, but the Tempest Blades will be popped. It's going to be Kyrie in a 1v5, still able to get out, and now Onyx PH looking for the re-engage. Boloyski already in the front with the Larski jumping onto Victor. That might be a mistake here, because no, it's not, because they will get the split again and again. Beautiful macro plays on display.
This is disgusting at this point. I mean, BTK, you commit some of your skills onto one hero, then eventually the lane gets out of there. You have a Cho as well. So many of the split-pushing heroes that Onyx Philippines were able to get. And they only need Baloyski and Dilar to just take the attention of BTK.
Oh, White Chicken, do you really want to take this? Yup, instantly backing away. Kyrie jashing completely, just distracting the enemy team. Now getting overturned, actually able to connect onto the backside. It's going to be Roger picking up a kill. This might be the comeback potential for BTK. This is a mistake. Kyrie jumps forward, backwards, and now gets the kill onto Victor. But it is going to be a 2-for-1 right now. Mobazane still going for something. It's going to be the way the Dragon Pop. There's going to be a lot of baits coming in. Onyx PH still able to get out of Mobazane's crosshairs. Wow.
That is so close, but that is BTK. That is some sort of celebration for BTK for sure. They traded for 2-for-1, one XP laner to another, and then the bonus onto Baloyski. Also, they kept their turret in check. So Onyx Philippines actually overextended in that specific skirmish. They still have a massive lead over BTK, but they can't keep on doing that because again, this is the Aldous. And you see Aldous as we get nearer into the late game, he's gonna be stronger. Still a long way to go though.
Yeah, honestly, I think it was a really good choice for BTK to actually go for a 50-50 there. They ended up trading upwards, which is great, but they have to expand literally all of their battle spells to do so, which is good because now that the Lord is gone, by the time the next Lord, which is going to be the neutral objective they're going to contest for, their battle spells will be up just in time. So I honestly wish more teams would make decisions like how BTK threw for the desperate play.
Don't play to not lose, play to win. And I think that's BTK in a heads-up play. Absolutely well put, Mr. Gideon, as Baloyski looking for a target.
Can we finally see an all-out fight here? Nope. It's just going to be BTK zoned away. Marky popping in for the airstrike just to, you know, just zone them away even more. But yeah, BTK, they have no control of the map right now. 2 inhibitor turrets down. Look at how Onyx PH are maneuvering, manipulating these waves.
Taking the purple buff away from the Roger, but that is not just about taking it away from the Roger. This can also mean that the purple buff of Onyx Philippines in their side of the jungle might be given to the Pharsa, which is going to be great for Marky for giving more damage and more uptime during the siege that Onyx PH wants to have.
Oh, Mobazane going aggressively now. They need this orange buff on Mobazane. That is a huge buff for this marksman. Will be able to get it with that retribution. But all over the map, it has just been controlled by Onyx PH. They're waiting for the fight. 30 seconds for the Lord. At this point, what can BTK really do?
I think at this point, it's tough to say. BTK has two options. Either they walk out of their base and look to try and team fight against Onyx PH, who most probably will have priority over Lord, or they sacrifice their last 2 inhibitors to look for a desperate fight against Onyx PH to try to come back into his game. One or the other. The third option, which is very highly unlikely, but if it works out, it will be one of the biggest places if Mobazane is able to steal, or somebody from the side of BTK is able to steal away the Lord.
Seems unlikely considering that they have so much zone and CC, man, with Baloyski as well. Look at that. They're getting split up on the map, and that's going to be Onyx picking up the pace, going for the Lord. Fried Chicken off, using that ultimate, trying to get some vision on the map. But again, it is Onyx Philippines controlling it, and look at how they're doing this. Free Lord to the hands of Onyx PH. Kyrie now looking for a fight. Let's see what he can do. It's going to be, Mobazane caught in the midst of it all. It's going to be him taken down very, very low. Baloyski jumping onto it, 7 blades as well. Mobazane still able to kite away, but it's going to be him taken very low. Still going onto the Lycan Pounce. The Larski looking for the pick off, but he might be the one caught off here. Nope. Both of the teams trade no kills, but again, Onyx PH with the Lord.
Yeah, the disparity between the economy of both teams just really showed in that matches. They really are going for Dilarski already. They're Didars is really staying on top of them for quite a long time, but they weren't able to take it. One great play from Onyx PH. I don't know if it was intended though, as Kyrie already used the Retribution. It wasn't enough to take out the purple, but they gave it to Marquee. I don't know if it was intended, but that looks so sick coming out from Onyx, as now both of the purple buffs belong to 2 cores of Onyx PH.
Well, I personally don't think that's not too big of a deal, especially for Mobazane. It's better for him to have that orange. The extra bit of slow chase is good, but here we go. It's going to be the potential final push here with Lord.
Now Kyrie going in on to the turret. The Lord is in the bottom side. They need to go in and manipulate these waves properly. If not, BTK, they might be able to defend this once more. Yep, it's looking like that right now, but White Chicken all the way to the backside. He's not going to connect it. Marquee is waiting in the backs. It is going to be the Lord taken down, but what cost? It's going to be mid lane. Numenon Blast being popped. Oh! He catches Kyrie, and that's going to be him. Popping in time of the blaze now, going in back and forth all the way to the backside, still able to zone these members, but all they need to do is exactly that, zoning those BTK members backwards, getting the turrets and backing away.
Wow, what a great discipline from Onyx PH. For a second there, I thought that they will try to dive, but they didn't. They actually went in for that for those inhibitors, and now they have taken it all, extending their lead to 11,000, and they kept themselves composed during that ultimate coming out from Shark. Again, Shark's just really phenomenal with this hero, and all throughout the tournament, throughout the M3 World Championship, he has been stepping up, but it will not be enough as BTK needs more marks today.
Absolutely here, but now, like as we've seen before, BTK, as I mentioned in the options they had for this upcoming Lord, they decided to sacrifice all their inhibitor turrets. They managed to actually get a couple of kills and survive. The important thing here is to survive, but if you're looking at the items, BTK is lacking that magic defense. Right now, only White Chicken is the one with the Athena shield. I'm expecting it to see out of Victor most importantly, but I think he's going to greed out and go for the Oracle instead.
At this point, you see the damage from Mark is already threatening. Already has got all of his items up. Maybe he can switch up the boots, but obviously at this point, he can really just deal so much damage against BTK. That's why I understand you, Gideon. I want to see some Athena shield onto the important heroes of BTK, like the Roger.
Oh, it's going to be Zia picked off the board. Just nothing that they can do right now as Kyrie jumps into the midst of it all. Pops the temple to place now with the backup coming in from Onyx Esports, from Onyx Philippines. They're going to go. Shark picks up. White Chicken jumping onto Marquee. No damage just yet. Delarski able to peel away. Way of the Dragon. Killing speed picked up by Kyrie. Victor jumps in with the point side, one on the 4 members. But Delarski once again, he's going to be able to dive. He's going to be able to pick up the kills. The killing speed picked up. What was he in the 1v4? What can he do? He can't do much. That's the answer. Onyx Philippines now. Look at them. The dominance reign as they take match points from BTK.
GG, well played, Onyx PH. They are coming in strong over there, but BTK, the team play is looking good, but it is just not enough against this overwhelming macro play. So refined, so clean, so sharp.
And BTK went in for the Gambit, going for the Aldous pick after the fact that there's already Farsa as well as the Joy. Then the Lig just literally played so well this game, was so comfortable. He's actually always at the knife's edge against BTK, but he still gets out in time, and I'm pretty sure Mirko is impressed about that Ling play.
Damn, that Ling was insane. The fact that he didn't use the Tempest of Blaze, didn't use those Finch points, those basically the utilities, the abilities to fight. He used it to get away, he used it to bait, he used it to go for turrets.
And that meant that BTK had to always commit. I really love the play that Onyx PH did up top, where they were sacrificing their health, and they juggled through the gold lane outer turret energy shields at minute 2 to take down White Chicken. That's amazing.
Wow, but alright, again, game number 2, a clinical display by Onyx PH. Leo, LaFell, take it away. Wow, but alright, again, game number 2, a clinical display.
Thank you so much, Mirko, Gideon, and Wolf at your service. My name is Leo. LaFell here as well, breaking down game number 2. And as the casters put it, again, it all began in the draft.
Yeah, honestly, in terms of drafting, both of the teams' drafts were kind of okay. I have no qualms with either of the draft. It's just that, again, the way that Onyx plays their draft is to counter a certain playstyle where, again, we saw Aldous, and it's like, okay, sure, we just send 3 people there over and over and over again. Basically, not a lot